Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Jelly here with yet another video for you guys, and today's video is actually kind of somber, as I'm sure you guys have already been able to tell with the thumbnail and the title. It's not going too hot on the new server. Now, I promised you guys in my most recent upload earlier this week that I would give you an update about the free-to-play server, and as I was getting ready to plan a recording for it, I got news from my R5 that the server had essentially not collapsed, but definitely imploded, and my alliance definitely imploded as well. As you can see, we are down all the way to 55 members, and we really just don't have anybody here at all. It's not looking hot for us, and unfortunately for us, I think it was kind of destined to happen at some point. As much as I love Puddin', I don't think Puddin' was ready to take on the role of server president, and also simultaneously, I don't think he had the support of the people either. Now, with that being said, it's not like it's the end of the world, and I do want to clarify that I definitely believe it definitely hurts a lot, especially this channel, because I already was struggling to find time, and I still am struggling to find time, but luckily here in a couple weeks, I'll have a lot more time on my hands to actually focus on some of the free-to-play aspects. But to no fault of his own, it's not necessarily all on one person or all on two people. This is kind of a collective thing, and this is something that we actually see pretty often in servers. They don't even have to be new. It can just be any server at all. And that's pretty much that we see, unfortunately, so many leaders come together and have differing opinions and different ideas. And honestly, there's nothing wrong with that, but the problem lies in the fact that a lot of them have to be right. People can't change up on their ideas. They can't change on their opinions. They have to be what they want it to be, what they want it to be. And if it's not that, then it is the end of the world. And unfortunately, that's very, very common in this game. I wish it wasn't, but it is. Now, if you want my take on this, I'm not really too bothered by it. Again, because I have been just kind of all over the place and I haven't really been putting a lot of time and effort and focus into this, I'm not too bothered by it. I do feel bad for the people, the subscribers of this channel that came here, but ultimately this was out of my control and this was out of their control as well. Honestly, sometimes it's just like that, right? Like it's just, there's nothing you can do. And I wish it was as simple as you could just turn around and put the server back on its foot and just fix it. But I don't think it is that easy most of the time. I really don't. The unfortunate aspect of this game is that there are things that, regardless of how well you work together with others on, you could be a perfect server, and then one day in the snap of your fingers, it just flips on its head because decisions or little things such as truck plundering or task plundering, all of that goes really into it with other people. You can get into it, like full-on arguments in world chat. People are ashing each other over such things, and unfortunately there's no stopping that. A lot of this game is based on emotions. Just like in politics in real life, this game is supposed to be a war game, but it's also a very politically driven game. Now, it's not politically driven like real life where it's like, oh, there's two sides or you're a dictatorship or yada yada. It's a lot of just bickering. That's essentially what this is. And I guess that's kind of what real life is, but regardless, I'm kind of getting off topic. I think the whole point of this rant and this tangent is to say that it's not solely one person's fault. You can try to put one person at the center of it. You can try to hold that individual accountable, and you can try to pretty much make them out to be the bad guy. Ultimately, it takes two to tango, and in the end, I think it's just sometimes this happens, right? Sometimes servers just fall apart. Now, I do want to clarify one thing really quickly. I don't actually think the server itself is going to fail. I think our alliance just failed, and I unfortunately know a lot of people that were in our alliance that just kind of straight up deleted their account after this whole situation happened, because it's just drama. That's all it is. Everything is drama, drama, drama. People don't want to be surrounded by it, and frankly, I don't blame them. And for the people that took on this leadership role that had never had leadership, I just wanted to say thank you so much. But I hope that this was kind of your breakthrough into realizing just how much of this game is out of your control. And you could try to play as perfect as possible, be a perfect person, but ultimately it just doesn't matter in the end. Now, I'm going to kind of stop with that rambling, and I'm going to highlight some stuff that has happened since the last video I've made about the free to play. I haven't really bought anything. Again, I haven't felt super comfortable with spending money on an account not because of anything that's going on the server or the alliance, but I haven't felt super comfortable with it because I have to spend X amount of time on my other account, my other server. But as of now, I just didn't want to spend so much money on this and then still have to be president in my other server and still have to deal with our being R5 and stuff like that. I didn't want to do that to myself. And honestly, I'm glad that I didn't, obviously now seeing what has happened. I do want to sincerely apologize to everybody that was involved and everybody that got dragged into this mess. It's not fair to you. It's not fair to the other people. It's not fair to the alliance, the innocent players, or everybody that got caught up in between. What I find so incredibly odd about this whole situation, and I know I'm getting back off topic again, but what I find so incredibly odd about this situation is that we literally just took the capital. We managed to capture capital, we managed to hold it down, and now all of a sudden things just burned to the ground. As you can see here, we were number 3 and now we're all the way down at 10. It's just, unfortunately, some things happen. Now Wen is going to be the number 1 alliance in the server with Kos, I don't even know, I'm just going to call him Kaus, and 30XM being the 2 right behind. Now I will clarify, I think that this server is still actually going to be perfectly fine. I think it's going to continue on, and I think there's not really going to be a whole lot going on or really issues in general. I think it's just one of those situations where one of the top alliances fell, but it's okay because they're all going to find new homes. Kind of back to the whole base upgrading thing. I am now HQ 21. I do have my tech center up to 21. I'm just working on my drill grounds, getting those to 21, and I'm just upgrading various things throughout my base. I haven't really focused a lot of building because I'm just trying to get my HQ up as fast as possible. I have been upgrading my aircraft center over my tank center and missile center. I've been focusing on that. I did miss out on Tesla and Swift. I think I already mentioned that in a video. And I also missed out on Marshall, but that's okay because Marshall becomes free almost immediately after his battle pass is gone. So now I do have Marshall. It's only level 1. I'm not really focused on him too much. It's going to be a good hero, a good addition for our base, but I'm not sure if it's actually the right call to have him in our lineup. Now, with that being said, the unfortunate thing is with this alliance ultimately failing, the problem lies in the fact that we were so far ahead of the competition in most stuff, like alliance gift level. The second ranked is a level 11 gift level, and third is level 14. We are also level 14, but I think our tech tree is probably better than most others on the server. So I don't know what my plan is in terms of actually staying in this alliance, moving on. I haven't made a decision yet, but I promise I will. And when I make that decision, I'll announce it to the alliance. Ultimately, I think until I have more time, I might just chill out and relax here, just kind of, enjoying my time here. Just because I don't want to bump myself into a super active alliance and then not be able to log on for a day and hinder them any. So that's not my goal at all. In other news, I think we're going to see kind of a power struggle because from what I'm understanding is that it wasn't just one alliance or 2 alliance. It was actually quite a few that all got dragged into this fighting, and ultimately it just led to problems arising across the board. I got double rewards on that. That's pretty cool. So my biggest fear is that I think that we're going to see a lot of infighting, a lot of server fighting, which will lead to the death of the server. And I don't like saying that this early on, especially in the server's life cycle, but with Warzone Duel starting in not too long from now, we're at day 30 now. It's going to be starting, I think, this weekend. You can't be having this infighting and your server collapsing and members deleting their accounts and quitting and all that. Like, it just doesn't work, unfortunately. Thank you to Sauron for kind of just giving me a little bit of input about what's kind of happening, because again, this happened while I was offline, not focused on the server, so I wasn't sure, and really he doesn't know either. He just says that most have straight up deleted their character, so there's no one to ask. And again, that's just the unfortunate part, is that drama leads people to quit the game or quit their characters and start new, start fresh elsewhere. And having a server die this early on sucks because a lot of people make early investments for long-term gain, and obviously people who have made investments like Sauron here, they don't want to quit the server because they did spend money, and I don't blame them, frankly. I think that just makes sense. I guess it's going to be interesting to see, but from what I'm hearing in these screenshots that are being posted in Alliance chat, the R5 is just not allowing anybody to take over as the R5 of the Alliance. And honestly, that's just kind of a douche move, if you want me to be completely real with you, because it's like, I get it, you want it to die, but at least let the people that are chilling here chill. Why even try? It's not worth it. So I'm just going to be chilling here until I get kicked out, and if I get kicked out, whatever. But until then, I'm probably not going to be making any purchases on this server going forward. I'm just going to kind of chill and go free to play. With there being so many issues already as is, I don't see a point in staying on this character and spending money. I'll gladly play free to play and chill out here. But ultimately, what's going to end up happening is most players are going to end up leaving the server anyway. And me spending money just doesn't make sense if I'm going to end up leaving anyway. It's not going to do anything for the long run or for my individual gain here. I haven't really done anything, and I wish I had more updates to give, but I don't. And unfortunately, that's pretty much all the story is for here. But we're going to jump over to my other server and we're going to go over a couple things there too. So over here on 1789, we're actually getting ready as season 1 goes through. Very, very soon, we're going to be having the Infinite Octagon starting up. I think Sunday is when this gets set, I do believe. Yeah, based on the Warzone ranking at 24 server time, which is essentially 0 server time, on the 4th Sunday of the season, which is going to be this Sunday. So very soon, we will find out who our first matchup is. As of right now, I do believe that we as a Warzone would actually be faced off against 1795, which is obviously not ideal. We do not want to face our brothers LDCX at all first round, but if we do, it's just going to be a fun friendly battle. I love those guys. A lot of credit to them. And actually, while we're here, I'm going to go ahead and give a huge shout out to the alliance called OLDE, OLDE. You guys have been fantastic to work with. I appreciate you guys working with us, figuring out land together. That's obviously always a blessing when you don't actually have to fight for land and you guys can come to an agreement server wide to let each other build. And you guys have just been fantastic. Appreciate you guys. Just like LDCX, you guys are brothers. Let me know if you guys need anything at all. And if you're watching this, know I love you. Speaking of knowing I love you, we hit 3,000 subscribers. I am recording this as of 2:41 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Thursday, and we hit 3,000 subscribers earlier today. And with that being said, I'm super excited to pretty much just continue going with this. I want to do some sort of giveaway in the future. I don't want to like actually think about it too hard right now because I will eventually come up with an idea for everybody. But just keep killing that support, keep killing that subscribe button, kill that like button for me. Comment down below what video idea you guys want to see next. And actually, I want to know your guys' opinions on servers and what happens and why they fail. Why do you think that they fail? For me, I personally, it boils down to egos. I think it always is going to come down to egos, people not giving what they want and just not giving an inch, but wanting a mile. You know what I mean? I personally think that that's what causes servers to fail. But I'm definitely happy to hear your guys' opinions. And also let me know if you guys are interested in seeing other content. I'm going to try to do more guides, I think, here soon. I'm going to try to do some in-depth detail guides on hero skills and weapons and stuff like that. Pretty much all the cool stuff that I haven't discovered yet. I do plan on doing a tech part 2 video in the near future. And by near future, I mean, I don't know yet because as of right now on my tech tree, I am now through 64% of special forces and I'm at 27% CHCs. I did get my 4th drill grounds, which is a huge help. I am almost done with inner city truck. I'm just trying to get my reindeer here. And the only reason I started doing this is because I was trying to save resources for finishing up other aspects of my base. But my main focus is going to be special forces here soon to unlock these final tech trees down here. Not final, but these next tech trees down here so I can give you guys tech video part 2. One more thing. I know that a lot of you guys have already clicked that subscribe button on my other channel. I'm going to be uploading more content there and it's not going to be Last War related. It's going to be other games related, primarily just story/horror games, maybe some fun moments, funny moments with my friends and other games like that where we were just having a good old time. It's going to be posted right here on screen, more jelly. It's going to be in the description below. You can just click on the link. It should send you to my other channel. I'm probably not going to upload on it for a couple weeks when I actually do get the time to make a video for that or spend a lot more time there. As I said, 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, maybe 3 weeks, I'll have a lot more time to focus on content. Now, with that being said, that is my final goodbye. I appreciate you all and jelly out. Peace.